everyone. Welcome to your Ancestor message for Samhain, Dia de los Muertos, Halloween, spooky season, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to do a reading to honor this season, but I wasn't exactly sure what. And then all of a sudden it popped in my mind. The ancestors want to talk because, of course, they do. The veil is very thin right now. It always is. The whole month of October is very, very. There's the familiar Phineas. He is sniffing at the tinctures. So apparently he wants to be recognized here in the reading. That's great. Hey, okay, enough. Everybody knows you're here. Thank you. So. The familiar's blessing the reading here. I have the black cat tablecloth. I think he knows. So let's just get started. I guess that's my cue. So let's see what the ancestors want you to know. This is for everyone, regardless of when you see this, even if it's not spooky season where you are or whenever you come across this reading. My intention is that the ancestors are bringing through messages that they want to share, regardless of what time of year it is. So when you see this, just know that it's for you. All right, Six of Cups. Yeah, some nostalgia, some reminiscing. Being careful not to romanticize the past, too. So we've got the Empress in reverse, the Ten of Wands right in the middle, Queen of Cups, and the Six of Swords reversed. So what I'm seeing here just right off the bat is that and of course, when we get into this kind of season, it's very common to miss your loved ones, to look back, whether your loved ones are in spirit or they're still here, but you're estranged, you're not speaking, or maybe you live far away from each other, but you're thinking back to a happier time. Some nostalgia, but be careful with that. I'm going to caveat it with, don't romanticize the past. The past is in the past. It has shaped us in some sort of way. So don't romanticize it, but also don't leave any hostilities is the best way that I can describe it right now. When I channel, I get heady, so sometimes words are hard. But reminiscing appropriately and giving thanks for those memories that you have, those experiences that you had, even if they were less than positive, they were learning experiences. They were the things that shape us. So with the Empress in reverse, it could be that because she is the divine feminine, the ultimate mother figure. So it could be with your mom or a mother figure, aunt, grandma, best friend's mom, teacher, somebody who has recently passed. So I'm so sorry if that's the person that you're missing. It doesn't even have to be recently passed. Always apply the information where it fits. Don't ever try to shoehorn yourself into a general reading. If you want your own personal reading, all of my information's in the description box below. Feel free to schedule your own session through my Calendly link, or you can email me if you have questions or want to set up something different than what you see. It's not all encompassing. It's not the best. It's not the worst way to do things, but it's what I've got going on right now. So if you need something different, just let me know. But with the Empress in reverse, it could be for some of you that this is an estranged relationship, or maybe the mother figure passed away before you could reconcile, whatever that means for you. Take it how it resonates. With the Ten of Wands, Spirit is asking you to let that go. It's about putting down a burden. And I love, if you're watching and not just listening, this card is one of my favorite Ten of Wands because it, to me, looks like a wedding dress that's burning. And so it's like, burn it all. A little ragey, a little goddess, Kali, Lilith, Persephone. The dark goddess energy is definitely coming through so that you can heal. It's shadow work as well. So again, take that how it resonates best for you. Maybe you are going through a divorce. Maybe that's why the Empress is in reverse. You're either a divine feminine who's not feeling it right now, or you're a masculine who is leaving the feminine, whatever that means for you. But the 10 of Wands is saying, put down the burden. Whatever this is, put it down. Maybe write it out or type it out and safely burn it and let it go. You don't have to carry it. You don't have to carry this gross part of nostalgia, the gross part of divine feminine energy that's just coming up for release, so that you can fully embrace the positive stuff too. It's not about toxic positivity either. This is about allowing yourself to step into a healthy relationship with the divine feminine. We all have divine feminine and masculine within us. It's just in this world of duality, we present a different way. So just embracing the beautiful divine feminine, healing your relationship to the divine feminine. If you're, so I'm getting an image of a masculine that I know who has a lot of hostility towards feminine energy. So just releasing that kind of energy, letting it go, because it's not positively serving you. If you can get a healthy relationship to the divine feminine within yourself and within others, you're going to be able to nurture yourself more, see the beauty in life. Throat chakra is starting to close up. So somebody needs to speak some truth, needs to face truth. Like look in the mirror and see within yourself, where am I blocking the beautiful divine feminine from coming through? The Venus energy, like luxurious eating chocolate, drinking champagne, and getting a pedicure or a massage. That's like, love me, Venus energy. When we flip her on her head, she's like the ragey divine feminine. So embracing that to the point that you can let it go. So healing, lots of divine feminine healing energy going on in this particular part of the reading, especially with the Queen of Cups here. She is the Queen of self-care. So that's what your advice is. Put down, because I'll never tell you how to live your life. It's always advice. These are messages from your ancestors. You have free will. This is just what they would like to see. My ears ringing. But the Queen of Cups is the Queen of self-care. So put down the burden, release the yuck, and embrace caring for yourself, bringing in that beautiful eating your favorite foods and indulging in some luxurious like bath or something, and really loving yourself so that you can appropriately love others and show others how to love you. Because that's what we do. We show others how to love us by how we love ourselves. We show others how to treat us by how we treat ourselves. So stepping into this beautiful Queen of Cups energy. With the Six of Swords in reverse, it's like, don't get carried away with all of this other stuff. Just let it be. Get out of your head and into your heart. Oh, that's really lovely. Okay. Let's take a look at the Heal Yourself deck. This is one of my favorite oracle decks ever. It gently hands us our ass so that we can heal. So the very first, temptation. Yeah. So releasing those temptations. I don't see devil energy here, but there it is in that card. Number 19. 1 and 9 is 10, which is completion, but also 1 and 0 is 1. So it's a new beginning. So releasing any kind of temptation to get stuck in this nostalgia, to get stuck in this yucky divine feminine, or any other temptations that you have that don't feel right for your soul. That's what temptation is. It's just kind of this little like nudge of, hey, okay, so I'm a 90s kid. We grew up with the DARE program, the anti-drug use stuff. So it's like the guy that says, hey, kid, you want some marijuana? And you're supposed to say no, and then like run away to an adult. So if that resonates with you, let me know that I'm not the only one out here. But it's kind of a hokey way of explaining what they're showing to me. So anything that is temptation, if it feels right for your soul, it's not temptation. It's a green light. But if it's something that's holding you back, maybe it is drugs or alcohol, gambling, any kind of addictions. Workaholism is an addiction. Maybe repeating patterns of getting into relationships with people who are emotionally unavailable, or it's just sex or something like that. It's got to be deeper than that to be fulfilling, truly. And I feel somebody saying, yeah, but that resonates with my soul right now. Okay, but right now, what do you really crave? When you're in bed alone at night, when you're sick and wish that you had someone to take care of you, when something goes down and you're wanting that nurturing part. So there's that divine feminine that would be upright. So releasing the temptation of the things that aren't serving you appropriately and positively. Hole in the soul. Oh, I love this card. I love all these cards. They're pretty graphic, but they're lovely, just like in a really beautiful way. So, hole in the soul, 36, 3 and 6 is 9. There's another 9, completion and nearing completion energy. But the hole in the soul is about, where are you feeling empty? Where are you trying to fill up that hole in your soul? Self-medicating, whether that's with tangible things or social media or attention seeking or whatever it might be. It's this empty place, but see how there's patches here. There's holes that it's going to leak out because it's superficial. To truly heal that hole is to fill up your own cup. And I love on the bottom here, take off your masks, number 11. Take off your masks. So the masks that we wear, sometimes we have to wear a mask. And I have a child with autism, so I understand masking. I think a lot of us do it to some point. When we put on a mask, it's like your game face, right? You got to put on this facade. Whether it's I go to work and I smile because I work in customer service and I need to do that in order to earn my paycheck. And then when you leave, it falls off. Like, who really sees the real you? What masks are you wearing to appease others or to just get through the day? It has something to do with this addiction energy. Lovely. Love it. All right, let's see from the Halloween Oracle what messages want to come through. Black cat, and I saw this on the bottom before I started shuffling. So clearly, black cat energy is here. Salem, Banks, for my fellow Hocus Pocus fans. Black cat, fortune meets opportunity. I love it. So black cats are actually good luck in many cultures. I think it's Japanese culture. Black cats are, like Segal women have black cats. It's actually a good thing. It's supposed to bring in love. They ward off the yuck. My familiar that you heard earlier, ringing the bells, is black and white. I always say he's the duality. He's the yin and yang. He's the light and shadow. And he can flip on a dime. Surprisingly, not a Gemini, but he sure can. The black cat energy, black cats are good luck. They really are. They're beautiful. They're associated with witchcraft because back in the medieval, so history lesson, here we go. Back in the Middle Ages, medieval times, there was the Black Plague, and cats ate the rodents because there were fleas. Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about this. The flea, they didn't know it back then, but we know it now. The fleas that the rodents carried. So cats killed the rodents, which kept the plague out. So houses that had cats, typically women, divine feminine energy with the cat, especially single women, they would have cats, or spinsters had cats. And they were considered witches because they didn't get the plague. Oh no, how did that happen? Well, back in superstition, that's what it was about. So the black cat energy is protection. It's a symbol of protection, of loyalty, good luck and fortune. So cats often, like in traditional folklore, cats had one foot in the physical world and one in the spiritual world. So they straddled the veil, which is really beautiful. The conduit between the underworld and this world, fortune and opportunity. So the guidebook is talking about, again, the Middle Ages, just exactly what I just said. So they were associated with the supernatural, and therefore, because anything that was not Christian and pagan, if you will, was considered evil. As we know, it is not. But back then, that's how it was. So they killed the cats, and they also killed the women who were associated with the cats. So black cats actually are good luck. They say, oh no, Friday the 13th. What we've talked about this was Friday the 13th, Freya Day, Friday, the divine feminine. 13 moon cycles. Women traditionally have 13 menstrual cycles. So that's why they're like, oh, 13's a bad luck number. No, it's not. No, it's not. I mean, no one likes to have their menstrual cycle, but unless you're trying not to get pregnant. But anyway, I digress. It's this whole good luck versus bad luck. But know that black cats are actually a really good omen. Cats in general are a really good omen. They definitely help us. But this good fortune energy coming through from your ancestors, it's beautiful. And on the bottom is cauldron, synergy and healing. I love this. I have my cauldron, my cauldrons around. But think of alchemy, the things that we put in the cauldron, things that come together. What's a soup pot? It's a freaking cauldron. Potpourri is a freaking cauldron. So, immortal. This is my singing bowl, but it kind of, from the camera angle, looks like a mortar and pestle, which pharmacy still to this day uses with medicine. So it's this whole I also heard cooking up something new. Cool, because we have a new moon in Scorpio, November 1st or 2nd, depending on where you are in the world. So this is a really awesome time to create some super serious magic, to dig deep into the shadow, heal it, and then cook up something new. I love that. I love it. So, combining different things to get an even better result. So I really love that. Oh, okay, we have to do one more. Forgiveness, reducing the burden, 10 of Wands, forgiveness. So lots of forgiveness work coming in here. Ghost, regret. I mean, I could probably go all day in this deck and show you every single card. But if there's any kind of regret that's haunting you, forgive yourself, forgive others. Forgiveness isn't just about other people. It's about us. Beautiful. Spellcasting. So since we got some new moon energy going on, what are we doing here? Courage. Yeah. So Leo energy coming through. The lion. Courage. Having the courage to face these fears, to face this regret, to face this hole in the soul and temptation, and to take off the mask that you've been wearing as protection. Let that shit go. They're very feisty today. I don't usually curse this much. I'm so sorry. So anyway, what came out? Commitment. Yeah. So commit to yourself. What are you committing to? What are you committing to? On the bottom, empowerment. Beautiful. So empower yourself. This is an empowerment message. This is something that the ancestors want to talk about with you. Have the courage. Have the courage. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful energy. Just seeing if anything wants to come through from the Kipper deck. Lovers. 1 and 5 is 6, which in the tarot, the major arcana, the Lovers card is 6, but also the Devil energy is 15. What were we just talking about? Addictions, temptation. What are you filling yourself up with that's actually not plugging those holes? It's just gross. 33, concern. Yeah, so they're concerned about this. On the bottom 7 message. So they're trying to tell you, they're trying to get your attention because they're concerned that this healing hasn't yet taken place. You're working on it. You're being invited. You're here. You're watching this. Share it with anybody who might need the information as well. But they're trying to help you. They're trying to send you signs and symbols and messages. So pay attention. Pay attention to synchronicities, overhearing conversations, getting some help. There's no shame in that game. Get some help from me or anyone else. I am a certified grief recovery specialist. I am a grief coach, so I help people through grief and working through a lot of this stuff. So if that's something that resonates for you, please reach out. Happy to help in any way that I can. It doesn't just have to be woo-woo stuff. It can be tangible things like that. And, just really face what's going on here. The lion energy. So I've told this story before, but if you've never heard it, or if you just need the reminder, the counselor that I had when I was in my 20s and going through the divorce with my son's father, the counselor looked at me and was like, what is your fear, or whatever it was? What does it look like? What is it like? What if I'm like a lion, it's roaring, it's chasing after me. And ironically, I love cats, especially big cats, but that's what it looked like to me. And she said, what if you stopped, turned around, and realized that the lion didn't have any teeth? Would you still be afraid? I said, yeah, because he has claws that'll rip me to shreds. And she's like, yeah, you would say that. But she said, okay, he also doesn't have any claws. They're just nubs. Are you still afraid? And I'm like, I guess I could face it a little more easily. So that's also the strength card. So in the major arcana of tarot, the strength card, the lion, has a thorn in his paw, and she goes in and plucks it out and realizes that's why, because he was in pain, that's why he was roaring. And then the roaring stops because he's no longer in pain, and he becomes her faithful companion and protector. Very, very watered down brief synopsis of the strength card, but there you go, to continue illustrating the point. This is going to take courage, but you've got it. You've got this. You've got a sea of ancestors standing behind you going, yes, break those generational patterns, the generational curse, if you will, those patterns, ways of being, thinking, doing. You're here to break all of that. And in turn, breaking free everyone who came before you. Love it. That's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous reading. So I will leave this here. Hopefully that helped. Again, if you want your own personal energy, all of my information is in the description box below, as well as the details on the cards that I've used. Because if you're like me, you resonate with the deck, you want to know what it is, so you can go find it. So it's all below. But otherwise, take care, honor your ancestors. That's right. Honor your ancestors during Samhain, Day of the Dead, All Saints Day, whatever it is that resonates for you. And I will see you soon. Take care.